people offended by what is to come. Our only suggestion is please let the hit dogs holler. Thank you.
What do we get from being in a relationship in America 2025 with one of the sisters? See, I'm able to maneuver and find sisters worth a damn. That's worth me dealing with them because I'm in control.
Serious question. What is up with the black men in Thailand? Are y'all okay? And I'm not even speaking like on a romantic level, but just on a normal, cordial level. Y'all are here. I seen a black man today just walking, and just like I give everybody else, I gave him a nod and like a little smile. When I tell you this man looked at me like he seen a ghost.
If you didn't already know, apparently there's a rule out here. You must speak to, look at, acknowledge, and give your full attention to every black woman at all times. No matter where you are, no matter what you're doing, no matter who you with, it's mandatory. Y'all didn't know that?
And I couldn't do nothing but bust out laughing because what is wrong with you? I get a lot of y'all come over here to sow your wild oats, but that doesn't mean that you instead be rude to any black American that you see.
It's your responsibility to know everything these people want, what they want, when they want it, and exactly how they say it. No matter where they are, you're supposed to just understand. You heard? That's how this works, in case you didn't know. Shout out to my fave, because he said it best. These the same ones who refuse to smile for us. Not even smile at y'all, just smile for themselves. Remember that? And speaking of that, think back to the conversation Kevin said.
Not necessarily verbally saying that, but I feel like a lot of men just feel that if a woman looks a certain way, or I've had me smile beautiful, and I feel offended when a man tells me to smile because, like, sometimes I might be offended or something.
Hold on, man. Yeah, but you just saying anything now, ho.
Somebody told you to smile, and you said you were what? Offended?
Yeah.
Why? Why?
Because it's like, why is it such a demand for women to, well, especially for black women to just always look a certain way? Like, why can't we just naturally be whatever we feel?
Just smile, period. Just be kind. No, it's always telling somebody, you don't tell me. It's always that, right? So, of course, as most of y'all know, Twitter does their thing, right? And her name is Paris Dior over here on Twitter. And it has a hashtag of black men in Thailand. What's up with y'all? Y'all are weird, which is what she said. And then they said, how do you explain this? How do you explain this, but don't like black men? So this is her, black girl living in Thailand. So she lives there. Okay. And the funny part about it is, of course, they always dig up old tweets. She says, black men are the biggest disappointments to mankind thus far. Hashtag, I said what I said.
Hold up.
Hold on. Let me get this straight. You're really walking around a foreign country upset that people you don't even know won't look at you, won't smile at you? Let me help you out real quick. We do not care. Let me repeat that. We do not care. And the wildest part, you don't even like these people. You don't date them. You've literally said they're the biggest disappointment in your life. So why are you suddenly demanding attention from folks you openly disrespect? This is one of the most diabolically stupid, dumbfounding thought processes I've ever witnessed. You already labeled yourself as the enemy. You said that. And one thing we don't do, we don't entertain the enemy. I'm not walking up to somebody who hates me saying, hey, I know you don't like me. I know you wish I didn't exist. I know you wish my mother never even had me. But hey, could you smile at me real quick? What kind of logic is that? You barking up the wrong tree looking for sympathy. And now you run to the internet with this babbling nonsense like somebody's supposed to care. Nah, you deserve to be ignored. Matter of fact, hell will freeze over before anybody gives you.
Then why is she even speaking? You know what I mean? Why even have anything to say? Because you know how they always be saying that You wouldn't have anything if it wasn't for Black women. All you do, me and y'all included, the Black male podcasters, is talk about Black women, because you wouldn't make money if you weren't talking about Black women, because you don't know, because all you do is talk about Black women.
Asking or requesting is almost a demand. Smile, beautiful. It's like, can I just relax?
Well, how about this? How about if no one said a damn thing to you? What if every man just left you the fuck alone? Excuse my French. What if every man just left you alone? What if no Black man said anything to you? Just ignored you? Would that be better?
I'd be really sad, honestly.
Oh, so you want us to engage you the way you want to be engaged, but you don't want to engage us the way we like to be engaged. Makes a whole...
Ladies and gentlemen, strap in. We're about to step into a conversation that's guaranteed to rattle some cages. Modern women, passport haters, and anyone who thinks they control every opportunity out here. As always, we promise you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth as we see it. And sometimes that truth is a bitter pill, especially when you land in a new country and finally see what's really going on. So without wasting any more time, let's get right into it.
The way Black women conduct themselves in the States. They don't speak to men. They don't give eye contact. They don't smile. None of that. Make a long story short, there's another video done by a young lady that's in Japan. And she got the same treatment. She got upset because Black men were over there and they just preferred to deal with Japanese women instead of dealing with her. They move all the way over there for a different experience a lot of times. Now, women, you get so used to attention that you're like, how dare he not look at me or speak to me? Or even if I speak to him and he didn't speak back. Women hate to be rejected. Newsflash, men get rejected all the time.
If I'm not in control, I'm not around you. I've missed out on a lot of because I have to be in control. You will not have a way to take me to court for nothing. I'm not gonna knock you up. I'm not gonna fall for none of the traps that you have planned for me. But I'm saying, for the average male, I didn't even say Black man.
Right.
For the average male, what does he get out of being in a relationship with the average sister? Have you seen these women speak on Kevin Samuels? Not to mention the other girl, Kendra G. That's circus. But they're just making random phone calls to random people, right. And it's like, it's making us look bad. But I know a lot of that is what is out there. People who think they are more.
This right here is the classic case of throwing rocks and hiding your hands. Ma'am, why are you acting brand new like you haven't seen the rhetoric? Like you don't know what's been said about the men who travel? We've all heard it. They're dusty, they're crusty, they're broke. They couldn't make it at home. They saved their whole life savings just to blow it overseas. Every insult in the book, right? And through all of that, you barely saw any support, barely heard anyone standing up for what these men were dealing with. So honestly, why would you expect these same men to turn around and want to talk to you after that?
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
Black men back in the day weren't like this. Growing up, I actually never saw young Black American men in Thailand. I always saw older Black men, usually always retired vets. And yes, they were married to Thai women, but there was always this like mutual love and respect for Black women. They always respected us here. Like, in fact, they all looked at me like...
It's a weird old move. Honestly, one of the strangest things I've ever seen. Ma'am, we spent years being polite, opening doors, trying to be the men you said you wanted, only to get slapped in the face for it. So if you don't mind, go ahead and slide to the side. We'll do our thing, you do yours, and you can go lie down in that rough little bed you made for yourself.
First, I want to ask you this question. How often or how many times do you think these same men, or that same man, greeted Black American women back in the United States and was met with being ignored, rudeness, teeth sucking, eye rolling, or some other form of disrespect, or that woman making it clear that his greeting was not well received?
It's a weirdo.
Ma'am, your logic is incredible, truly amazing. Your observational skills are so sharp that you've discovered men in Thailand are dating Thai women. It's almost like they went to Thailand because they like Thai women. Maybe it's the culture, maybe it's the attitude, or maybe, just maybe, they just don't want women like you. Because clearly, you're all in their business. You're acting like a Karen, a Blaren. Look, I don't care what women who don't want me do with their lives. They can jump off a bridge, they can get married, have 35 kids, doesn't affect me at all. But you can't stop watching these men, analyzing them, studying them, stacking observations on top of observations. And guess what? You can observe all you want. It still won't change the reality. You are not desired in that nation.
You can tell it's lopsided. And what I mean by lopsided, you can tell those girls be too pretty for the men that they be with. Black or white.
See, here's the funny part. A lot of ladies back home swear up and down that they want a man who provides, a protector, a leader, a man who takes care of everything. But when they say provision, they don't mean wisdom. They don't mean structure. They mean money, straight up. Don't you dare approach them with a coffee date. Oh no, that's low effort. For them, effort means a $350 plate minimum. And she's ordering takeout for her bad kids at home, too. But here's the thing. What makes you think you deserve more than the women who are actually getting taken care of? See, those women overseas, they're realistic. They don't expect everything in one perfect package. They know they might get an older gentleman, a man who's established, seasoned, been through life, has resources. And if that's what they value, that's what they value. You, on the other hand, want the impossible. You want Superman with Bruce Wayne's bank account, raising kids that aren't his, 6 feet tall, nah, forget that, 6'5", built like a model, with a heart of gold, and somehow he's supposed to be head over heels in love with you. Make it make sense.
Because 40 don't date, I'll tell you why. It's because society raised women to commit to careers, shopping, and hot girl summers, not husbands. And now the men who were once ignored, rejected, and overlooked are watching rebellion backfire and choosing peace over problems. Let's get one thing straight. This ain't about men being better. This ain't about men being weak.
See, Kevin Samuels tried to warn y'all. He told you to fix your attitude, fix your face, and prioritize building a relationship over chasing a career. But you couldn't process that. Your mind just refused to compute it. He never said you couldn't work. He never said you couldn't chase success. He said while you're building that career, keep your eyes open for a good man. And if the time ever comes where you must choose between a long, stable life with a husband who actually takes care of you or a job that won't love you back, choose the man. Because when age hits, when reality settles in, that career isn't going to hold you, protect you, or prioritize you the way you think. You were warned. But guess what, ladies? Winter is here. You're on your own, and nobody cares what you have to say anymore. These men are walking right past you in Thailand, the Philippines, the DR, Brazil, Colombia, Mexico, Poland, France, anywhere they can find a woman who knows how to bring peace, hold a conversation, and not make everything about herself. Somebody who can chill, somebody who can listen, somebody who can cook a steak without an argument attached.